What direction is your wealth curve heading? We all have a lifetime wealth curve potential. We start out as a young person when we begin to become aware of money and wealth. Every decision we make in our lives impacts this curve. We begin to earn money, put it in an investment vehicle, hoping to earn a high rate of return. I set on a future where we can accumulate a massive amount of money, leave the rat race, go sit on an island while our assets continue to grow and our incomes continue to grow, till one day we get the opportunity to pass this on to the younger generation. Perfect. Then reality sets in. You realize that there's a tremendous amount of financial pressure pushing down on your wealth curve and its potential. If the wealth curve were purely mathematical, it would always grow exponentially, but it doesn't. Taxes, federal, state, FICA, Medicare, sales tax, consumption tax, excise tax, more and more taxes. Fees, bank fees, surcharges, investment fees, transaction costs, commissions, surrender charges, hidden expenses, interest costs on credit cards and mortgages and student loans and car loans. Market volatility creating this average versus actual return gap. Insurance costs, car, homeowners, disability, health insurance, life insurance, insurance losses above coverage limits, lifestyle, and our inability to keep it in check for some. Loss of employment, underemployment, inflation, technological changes, cell phones and data plans. What's next? Planned obsolescence. Everything we own is wearing out and will need to be replaced at a much higher cost, unfortunately. Theft, identity theft, money being stolen, our college, plus our children going to college, our parents not being prepared, having to move back into our homes, or us having to help them out or care for them financially or in reality, our siblings not being prepared, or our kids never launching, staying in the home. Events that we dreamed of, weddings for our children, sweet 16s, we think they're going to cost X and they cost Y and a lot more. Black swan events, these global macro destructors of wealth, not to mention the impact of long-term care, disability, premature death, death at life expectancy, lawsuits, estate taxes. All of this pressure is constantly mounting and becoming larger as our wealth grows and our incomes grow. The sequence in which these things come and the outcome cannot be predicted. For many people, this pressure becomes so great that their curve collapses and begins to deteriorate their wealth, and often they run out of assets. If you look back at the curve, the most important drivers of wealth were the ability to save money and the return times the length of time that it could sit there. When we retire, we remove the savings rate. So now the curve is being propped up by one component as opposed to two. And then economic conditions change and maybe that return collapses like we're experiencing now. What direction is your curve trending? Most advisors and people spend all of their time focusing on the rate of return on their money. To be successful, you need to factor all of these pressures into your plan. If you're not, you don't have a real plan. At Smallwood Capital, we believe that a strategic plan must include a complete evaluation of these potential pressures on your plan. Through a collaborative effort, you have the ability to create a plan that is better prepared for this pressure.